Now in this video we're going to show you how to modify an existing registration or complete an incomplete registration for Baden-Powell University. And first you need to get to the registration page, and you can do so by clicking on this handsome red banner on the Grand Canyon Council website. You can also scroll down, and under upcoming events it has a link to that page. There's also a link to the calendar, or if you want you can go up to the URL and type in grandcanyonCouncilBSA.org/BPU, and that'll take you to this page. Now here you need to click on the register button, and then here you'll have a link for existing registrations, and you'd click on that and it would say put in your email address and registration number. Now if you don't have your registration number, put in your email address and it will send you an email with your registration number. Now if you've registered and you put in your email address here and you don't have your registration number and it doesn't recognize you, and you put in your email address and it says we don't have any record of you, please contact us directly and we'll help you get that sorted out. Now you may have received an email that looks like this, and it says thank you for starting the registration process, please complete it, and it will have your registration number there, and it also has a link that takes you directly to the page you need to get to. So if you've not completed a registration, click on the link in this email or follow the instructions and just go to this page. Or if you have an existing registration, you've already paid, you've already gone through the entire thing, and you just need to modify your class schedule, then you can, same thing, you go in here and we'll put in my test email address that I'm using, and I'll also put in my registration number here. So I'm just going to copy it out of this email. But if you were to fill in your email address here because you forgot it, the email address or the email you receive looks like this. I only registered myself, so it only lists me, and so we'll just show you how to do that. Anyway, I copied the registration number, I put it in there, click on login, and I'm taken to this next page with a summary of my information, is what it says at the top. But the place you need to get to is the class selection page, which is under the attendees tab here. So you click on the attendees tab on the far left, it's this gray arrow, and then here you see where to select classes. Now if you've already selected classes, class selections will be listed here. Mine's blank because I haven't selected any. So let's say if I pick one here, and I'll hit save, and that's how I select a class, and there you can see it there. Also on this page, if you're not familiar or if you've not gone through this part yet, you can put in, you can select a pancake breakfast, you can select additional bags and patches, and I should explain that you don't need to or select additional patches if you only want one, because one patch and one bag comes included with your registration. So if you need a second patch, then you would put the number 1 in this box to do that. Same with the bags. So let me put this back to where it was, and then the pancake breakfast, very delicious, highly recommend it. Going back to the classes here, if I want to go through and select classes, this class right here, just as a quick example, is actually a 2-hour class, so you can see it said it covers both 1 and 2 periods. And then I'll just go through here and select any classes that I'd like, and it has every class listed in that period. Click on save, and you can get the idea here going through here. Now if you have an existing schedule and you want to modify it, just same thing, click on the link here and it takes you to this, and instead of whatever you had selected, just go through what you want to select and click on that and hit save, and you can see that it changed in your schedule. Now once you've gone through and selected all of the classes that you want to take, then the next step is to click on this gray checkout button. This has this little animated arrow, and you click on this button here. Now if you see a message like this, information needed, and you need to go back, click on the attendees tab and it will most likely be there. It says information needed. It doesn't really tell you what, but here I can see there's a blank spot, and I guess there is a little red asterisk next to it, so that's to notify you that that's the one it's talking about. So I'm just going to put in my scouting position and click, I think you can click save and it will, satisfy the thing. You can tell now that it has a little green checkbox instead of a exclamation point in a red triangle. So you can click on this checkout tab and go through the process if you need to pay. If you don't need to pay, and because you've already registered, you've already paid, and all you needed to do was to save changes to your schedule, then that's it. You don't need to do anything further. If you want to just go back and verify that your classes are saved at what you want, you go back to this page, and if they're good as is, that's it. If you need to make any changes, just hit save, and that's all you have to do. Now, however, if you've started a registration and you haven't completed it, which means you haven't paid yet, then you go back to this page and click on this button that says begin checkout next to this very helpful red arrow. Click on that, click on the I have read and agreed to the above listed policies checkbox, click next, and here it's going to verify your billing information. Now, if your screen doesn't look like this because you haven't filled it out yet, you click on that, it might look like this, and you put in your address and things. I've already done that, so it shows up automatically for mine, but if yours was blank, just put in your billing, address, email address, and phone number. Click next, and you'll be taken to the payment page. Put in your credit card information here. I won't go through this, but the last thing you need to do after putting in your credit card information is to click this little box and then click book registration, and that's it. You'll be sent an email verifying that you've paid, and we look forward to seeing you at Baden-Powell University. Thank you.